Hi, my name's Joe, and today in this video we're going to be talking about the Richter scale. The Richter scale is a base 10 logarithmic function developed by Charles Richter in 1935. It was first intended for use in California only, but soon became a measurement of earthquakes in many countries around the world. In most of these countries, it has started to be replaced by the newer moment magnitude scale used for measuring these earthquakes in smaller increments. Intensity on the Richter scale is measured in micrometers of movement. The Richter scale's magnitude starts with 0, which is almost nothing, 2 to 4.9, which is felt by most people, and 5 to 6.9, which causes moderate damage. Greater than 6.9 will cause heavy, destructive damage, ranging from cars being flipped over to heavy geographical dislocation. In this video, we will be going over how to compare magnitudes of earthquakes using the given Richter measurements. In this video, we will be looking at 3 earthquakes that occurred in California in the past 25 years. These 3 earthquakes will be the 2007 San Francisco quake with a magnitude of 5.6, the 2009 San Francisco quake with a magnitude of 3.5, and the famous Loma Prieta quake with a magnitude of 6.9. In this video, we will be answering the question, how much greater was each earthquake than the previous one? To answer this question, we will use our base 10 logarithmic formula. R is equal to log of I divided by I0. First, we need to insert the given Richter values into our equation and solve the equation in terms of I. Since we are going to do the smaller 2 earthquakes first, we insert the Richter measurements for them into the equation. We will have the 2 different intensities, so I will be replaced by I1 and I2. I1 will represent the 2009 quake, and I2 will represent the 2007 quake. These 2 equations show up as 3.5 is equal to log of I1 over I0, and 5.6 is equal to log I2 over I0. To compare to the 2 equations and get a ratio, we express the 2 equations in terms of I. Expressing them in terms of I gives us I1 is equal to 10 to the power of 3.5 times I0, and I2 is equal to 10 to the power of 5.6 times I0. To be able to calculate how many times greater the 2007 earthquake was than the 2009 earthquake, we express the ratio as I2 over I1. This gives us the equation I2 over I1 is equal to 10 to the 5.6 over 10 to the 3.5. This simplifies to I2 over I1 is equal to 398,107.2 divided by 3,162.3. If we divide this, it gives us the exact value 125.89, which is approximately equal to the ratio of about 126 times greater. Let's try another problem. The next problem we will solve is how much greater was the 1989 Loma Prieta quake than the 2007 5.6 quake. To solve this problem, we will use the exact same steps as we used for the first problem, except that we will use I3 instead of I2 and I2 instead of I1. I3 represents the Loma Prieta quake. Following the same steps as before, we insert the given Richter values into our equations. This gives us 5.6 is equal to the log of I2 divided by I0, and 6.9 is equal to the log of I3 divided by I0. The next step, as before, is to express the equations in terms of I0. I2 is equal to 10 to the 5.6 times I0, and I3 is equal to 10 to the 6.9 times I0. Finally, we divide the 2 equations for a ratio, expressing it this time as I3 divided by I2. This gives us, since the I0 term cancels out, 10 to the 6.9 divided by 10 to the 5.6. Simplifying, this gives us 7,943,282.3 divided by 398,107.2. This is approximately equal to 19.95, giving us the ratio of approximately 20 times greater. The Loma Prieta quake was about 20 times greater than the 2007 quake. A difference of only a couple Richter magnitudes may not seem like a whole lot, but just one magnitude can be the difference between feeling or not feeling a tremor, the difference between a small shake and things falling over, or the difference between a car flipping over and a building collapsing. When the Richter scale's magnitudes are graphed onto themselves, the resulting graph only shows a pretty mundane looking difference. Looking at this graph, one might think there isn't much of a difference between the magnitudes of these earthquakes. So why would a 6.9 earthquake cause so many deaths, while a 3.5 quake is only enough to get the locals to notice it? A visual representation might help a bit. This is a comparison between the actual movement of the 2009 quake and of the 2007 quake. The 2007 quake is 126 times greater than the one in 2009. If you think that was a big difference, look at this comparison between the 2007 quake and the Loma Prieta quake. The 2007 quake is already 126 times greater than the one in 2009, and the Loma Prieta quake is 20 times greater. That means that the Loma Prieta quake is 2,520 times bigger than the one in 2009. Thank you all for watching my presentation. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you, Mr. Brush, for teaching. I hope we'll be able to learn more in Pre-Calculus B so we can continue to apply this subject to our real-world experiences outside of school. And thank you all for watching again. Have a great semester.